Hello there. And we are live. See, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, see, today is the big one. Like when I mean the big one is the big one. See, yeah, the mouthy Arsenal Slayer is here, guys. See, the Tottenham Van Helsing is here, guys. See, is here to roast me about the matchup last weekend where he predicted that Arsenal would smell dust against Everton. He rightfully predicted that anyway, because he asked me, he said, Tony, are you sure you're going to beat up Everton? Are you sure? Well, we kind of lost that game, and of course, in the fixture that had to deal with Spurs and Man City, Tottenham running away with that win, a big one, yeah. See, I have no other person down here to come roast me and take my head off, no other person than the Arsenal Slayer himself, the Tottenham Van Helsing himself, Deji Sports, guys. Deji in the house. Deji, it's your time to actually, it's your time to actually, host the show. So, of course, I lost last weekend. So, you do the honors and host the show.
No, Tony, to be honest with you, first and foremost, everybody, big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to my brother, Tony. I mean, you're too kind and you're too humble, my bro. You're doing big things. Your channel's doing great things. And it's a pleasure to be here. Tony, I can't lie to you. Thursday was too long. Thursday was too long. I really wish we could have met on Sunday or Monday. But you pushed me back because of your other shows like Saving Private Ryan, Strasbourg, Steve, and the whole charade. But the truth is, delayed tactics ain't going to save you for what you're going to get from me tonight. Your team got slapped up and whacked up this weekend. And then humbly, we showed you that if you want to dispose of Man City, basically what we saw is predictions that have been made on this show came to the fore in a big boy way. I told you that Man City Tottenham is a bogey team for Man City. You didn't believe me. I told you about the Sean Dice effect. I told you about the manager bounce, and you went down this alley. Look, Tony, thank you for handing over the reins for me. Tonight, I'm going to be doing the takeover today. I'll be hosting today's show. So big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you smash the likes, share this out, because it's going to be absolute fire. So, Tony, I think we should just get into it. Let's not waste any time. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, just gloat, because I know you want to gloat. Just gloat.
Can I just say something? Well, you've been coming with a certain energy. When I look back on at least the last 6 or 7 shows, there's an energy, there's a way that you lift your head up, bro. Lift your head up. We've got work to do. You know what I'm saying? Lift it up, because we've got stuff to do tonight. All right. So, Tony, you were wax lyrical about your transfer window. Oh, trossard. I mean, you were even clipping some of the stuff. Oh, the other fella from Spencer FC. And then also you were wax lyrical about Jorginho. What I want to ask you now, having seen your team get smashed up by Everton, please explain to all of us in the audience what happened and what have you now learned about your team. Go ahead.
Deji, there's nothing to learn about my team. Yeah, see, we got beaten by the better side on the day. Every team, of course, in Premiership history, no team has gone unbeaten. Of course, apart from that, have gone unbeaten. That's our own record. See, in the Premiership, you should lose one or two games, 3, 4. It happens. And they were the better guys. And of course, these guys have just lost their manager, Frank Lampard, who has been twerking all around that Everton dugout, and they had Sean Dyche, who came in to change lots of stuff with Everton. See, Deji, you as a person, you as a football guy, you cannot deny it that Sean Dyche actually came down there to rally these guys up, drop some motivational speech for these guys to rally them up, to push them, to motivate them to actually get this win against Arsenal. See, yeah, I've not won there since 2017, 5 years. See, Everton is becoming a boogie team. In fact, they're a boogie team for me in the league. Just like, you have your boogie team, there's nothing you do when you face teams like West Ham, of course, when you face teams like Aston Villa, they always step up to the plate against you. Leicester City, they step up to the plate against you. They're your boogie team. They got your number. It's the same thing with Everton. They got my number. They beat me up. See, yeah, Deji, I'm not claiming that my team, is superior or anything. I'm just saying that, we
Wait,
got big
Tony,
team
I,
today.
I didn't, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I have to say, what a load of rubbish have I just heard from you. And let me tell you why it's a load of rubbish. Everton has been struggling this season. They've been playing poorly under Frank Lampard. Bruv, I get it about the manager bounce, but Sean Dyche hasn't been at Everton long enough to implement his system, long enough to implement any sort of play. But can I just say,
Deji, he doesn't have to implement any stuff. His presence is enough. His presence is enough. All these guys are playing so that they can get straight into his team. Deji, you of all people, you know about that effect, right? You know about it, right, Deji? You know about it.
No, can I just say that first half, if you were losing 4-0, nobody would have been shocked. Are you telling me that Sean Dyche's presence enabled Everton to outplay you, slap up apparently the top team in the Prem? What happened to your transfer window? What happened to the great signings that you made? Where were all your big players? What happened? If you lost 6-1 to Everton, we would have said Everton deserved it. They deserved to beat you 6-1. 1-0 was flattering to you guys. That's why you can come here with half chest. But you should have lost 6-1. In all honesty, that first half, you should have been 4-0 down. So
no, see, Deji, I won't come here and lie to you and lie to the fans, the honorable fans who came here to watch this show. I won't lie to them. On the day, it was one of those bad games that, of course. See, I would take the humble pie down here, yeah, Deji Sports, yeah. See, I'm a honorable guy, yeah. I'll eat that, I'll hit that humble pie here, yeah. See, guys in the chat. I'm sorry, man. I have to take this shot. I have to take this hit. Deji, I'm sorry, man. I give it to you, yeah. I give it to you. But still, yeah, I'm still top of the table. Funny enough, you did a favor for me, a big favor. Even if you predicted here that you were going to lose that match, just so that Arsenal wouldn't have any advantage whatsoever. But for some reason, you did the job for us. So, see, Deji, yeah, I didn't lose anything. Yes, I lost against Everton, but who would have believed that my biggest rivals in North London will come out and save the day? See, Deji, you became Superman for Arsenal Football Club. That's how nasty your club has become. You're not doing it for yourself, but you're doing a favor for Arsenal Football Club. You've not won any trophies, but you're aiding and abating Arsenal, your biggest rivals in North London, to win the trophy.
Let me tell you what Tottenham did.
Does that leave a bad taste in your mouth, Deji? That you are helping your biggest rivals in North London to achieve a trophy that we've not achieved in 20 seasons.
Let me tell you what Tottenham did on the weekend. People like you, the assembled, we got the guy from across the pond, Saving Private Ryan. We got Boxer Shaku, shake the devil off.
Big ups.
All them people, Anthony Herbert.
Hog direction. Big ups, man.
All the cronies. You, man, didn't show any respect to my team. What Tottenham did was we said, you know what? Let's slap up Man City real quick. You heard me, Tony. I've been saying for weeks, that
Jeez.
in the Champions League, when Tottenham beat AC Milan, I am crying out for Man City in the quarters because I know Tottenham have a hold over City. It's not new. You get what I'm saying? We do this to City. You wish you could do it to a team like City. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
However,
what do you mean? No, Deji. No. That's wrong. I've done it to teams against Liverpool this season. I've beaten Manchester United this season. What are you talking about?
This season, Liverpool's been poor. This season, Liverpool's been poor.
But they're my boogie team. It doesn't matter whether they're poor.
But what I'm trying to tell you is
beating that team since 2011, and they came
Let
down
me
there.
tell you this,
and I beat them up.
What
What
Tottenham did was we took away all your excuses like Eminem in the 8 Mile. Do you know how we took away your excuses? We said we are going to be saying this. We even beat City to help you win the league. Yeah, that's right. Because if you, man, don't win the league, even after our help, that has to be the biggest bottle job in recent time. Would you agree? Be unbiased. From the position that you are now, we've helped you to take 9 points. We gave you 6 points because we didn't try against you. We then slapped up your nearest and dearest, so that makes 9. And we said, go on, Arsenal. Go down the road. Take your water, take the bucket and fill it with water. Go on. Fill that bucket with water. If you don't fill that bucket with water,
can we agree? Are you listening to the Tottenham Hotspur guy gloat
in recent times? Can we agree?
Anthony Herbert, can you hear him? Can you hear Deji Spurs gloating because they won Man City and did us a favor somehow? Can you hear him gloat? Anyway, see Deji, it doesn't take anything away from the fact that you beat up Man City. You did us a favor. We're top of the league, 50 points. You're languishing outside the top 4, 1 point away from top 4. Newcastle, 40 points. See, Deji, in 22 games, you've played 1 game more than all the whole top 4. Of course, this season, the top 4. It's only, I think, it's only Manchester United that's played up to 22 games. You've played 22 games. I think Man City have played 21. I've played just 20 games. Yeah, Deji. I still have 1 more game ahead of City. I have nearly up to about 2 games ahead of you. See, Deji, in 22 games, you've scored 41, shipped 31, and of course, you have 39 points. Deji, do you still think you're going to get top 4 this season?
So, Tony, first and foremost, I wished you asked me this question, and I'm happy to answer it. So, the first thing that we got to establish is that Arsenal's having their best season in recent time. Can we agree?
Yeah. I agree. I'm glad
you agree. It's fair to say Tottenham are having a poor season by our standards. We know it's poor because the fan base is not happy. There's even been talk of Conte out. We've had a number of injuries.
Deji, that's excuses.
Let me just drop what I'm saying. Yeah. So Tottenham, by our standards, is having a poor season. Yet we are only 1 point behind 4th and 6 points behind City. Are you joking? That's having a poor season. Now, the other thing that you need to know, and everyone needs to respect, is the fact that Tottenham this season has been coined second half FC. That means Tottenham tend to play better football in the second half of games. I would go 1 step further. I would say it's not only the second half of games, but the second half of season Spurs play better football. We know this because last season in the January transfer window, we brought in Kulusevski and Bentancur. Spurs went on a run, cool Arsenal, and guess what? The rest is history. I'm telling you that I can see Spurs go on a run. So in answer to your question, can Spurs get top 4? I don't see why Spurs can't get 3rd, or even I don't see why Spurs can't even get 3rd.
No, but did you see, yeah, at the start of the season? See, I don't want to hear this third. It's all excuses, yeah. See,
What do you
at the
mean
start
it's
of the season, you
excuses?
said you were either going to win the Prem or you were going to win the Champions League. Deji, are you going to win the Prem or the Champions League this season?
We are going to.
All this
Let
stuff
me
you're
tell you.
talking,
Let
it's
me
all
tell.
excuses. Are you
So
going to win the Champions League this season or the league
yeah.
this season? Because it seems like because you just won Manchester City, there's this newfound. See, I saw your show with One Touch TV. Shout out to my guy and partner. One Touch TV, Kunle, the Niger Englishman. I saw you gloating down there just
Yeah,
because you won
I put him in
Manchester
the box.
City. See, many other teams have beaten Man City this season. See, there's no glory in beating Man City this season.
Well, let me tell you
There
something.
is completely no glory.
Let me tell you
Teams
something.
like Everton have taken points away from Man City this season.
Let
I
me
met
tell
them
you.
after I played Brentford, and hopefully, I should get, a couple of points away from Man City. See, Deji, you've done nothing special. Man City are complete garbage this season, and I'll fancy my chances against Man City this season. Trust me. If Tottenham Hotspurs can beat them this season, Deji, I can have a go. I can have a go.
Do you think your team is good enough to beat City? There you go.
Deji, if you're good enough to beat Man City, I can beat Man City
this season. Have you played City this season? No, Tony.
No.
Come on, speak with chest.
I've not played Man City. I've not played Man City this season.
I'm trying to show respect. I'm trying to show respect to you. Do you think you can beat City? Oregon Gunner, who likes to say they're just delusional, do you think your team is good enough?
Shout out Anthony Herbert. Shout out across the pond sports talk. The assembled Manny Tangadrai. Manny, I should be seeing you on Sunday in Gunners and Mags. Look at AFC. Big ups to you. See, no other person. Andy Bell, of course, and of course Oregon Gunner. Big ups to you. Boxside Shaku.
I'm keeping all of this.
Touch Daily Sports. Touch him
I'm keeping this, and I'm going to play it back for you. Talking rubbish. The fact of the matter is you haven't played City twice. When you play City twice, then come talk to me. But if you lose your 2 games to City, it's all square, my bro. You know that, don't you?
Okay.
It's all square. So where are you running off to?
Deji, it's not all square. Unfortunately, you did me a favor. You beat Man City. So my loss against Everton, it's of no consequence to me.
How many
it's of
points
no consequence. Did you do me a favor? Yes or no? Did you do me a favor? Yes or no, Deji?
Let me tell you what we did.
You did us a favor. So our loss against Everton, it's no loss at all. It's like a gain for us because you did us a favor. Why didn't you guys throw the game away?
Let me tell you what happened.
Big rivals would throw the game away because they would not want the biggest rivals in not London who's won trophies over them to win a trophy at all. But you guys have no shame at all. You did it for us. You did it. You won the game for us.
What you saw from my club is that we put Arsenal on smoke. We said we even slapped up City so that you can maintain whatever advantage that you think you had. And you still bottled it. That's all you've done, bro. You've added to the narrative. We just add to the narrative.
Wait, Deji. So you want us to go through a whole season unbeaten? Is that what you want?
Bruv,
is that what you want? Can I tell you me to win another Gold Cup? Is that what you want?
Let me tell you why I've come on with this level of energy. I'm not gonna lie. When I watched your team play Everton on the weekend, I lost faith in you guys. I lost faith. The way that you had Onana running things in that midfield, the way that Trzaskowski scored that header, the way that you, man, were getting turned inside out like a pair of trousers. I can't lie, I was bitterly disappointed in you, man. You, man, look awful. So for me, moving forward, do I trust that Arsenal can continue with what you guys have been doing in this freakish season? No. And also, what makes me even more...
Big ups, Manny.
What makes me feel like this could be it for Arsenal is the fact that your January transfer window was a disaster. I mean, I'm seeing Arsenal fans twerking for Jorginho, you're lying to yourself. I had someone try and tell me the other day that the player you bought from Spezia is a great player. Let me just remind
you. Deji, no one told you he was a great player. Nobody has told you he's a great player. No one has told you that.
Arsenal fans think that the player from Spencer FC is a great player. And let me burst you lot's bubble. If you have to buy a player from Spencer SC, aka Spezia, then you've got problems. That's about it. And all this wax, let me tell you, you know what makes me laugh about
Edu cost this. I think you're conspiring with Edu. But anyway, you know what, yeah?
Let me let you laugh. Let me let you laugh. There are players that before you guys get linked with, you would never have mentioned, you would never have looked at. Trossard, you never looked at him. The guy from Spezia, you never looked at. No, listen, so I'm convinced that if Arsenal was linked with Mr. Blobby in the summer, you man will think he's a great player. I'm convinced. Mr. Blobby and Postman Pat, you guys would be like, yeah, they're great players because that's what you guys
do. Guys, he said Mr. Blobby. Are you serious, bro? See, Deji, yeah, see. Deji, will a Trossard walk straight into your team, yes or no?
No.
Why?
Where would he play?
Son isn't scoring, right?
Son came back to form on the weekend. Did you not see him against Man City? You don't need to score to be good. Son's influence.
Oh, you don't need.
He was pulling.
No. Now that's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. You've been on the neck of Son all these weeks, and because he's been out of form and he's not scoring goals,
he has been.
And suddenly, look at you here, singing his praises shamelessly. Dancing and twerking for Son who hasn't scored any goal for you guys.
Let me tell you, being world class
in like 5-6 games. Are you serious, Deji?
Son
Are you serious?
Son is
right now is a good player, right?
Son is a world class player who has not been on form this season. It happens in life.
Good, so he's not on form. So why are you singing his praises? Why are you singing his praises? So why don't you want to say, hey, Trossard can have a go in your team?
Trossard, let me tell you about Trossard. I think it was on your show, bro. I think it was last week. I told you about your signings. Trossard is a Southampton type signing.
Oh my God.
Trossard is not a big six player. And that's the thing that disappoints me, Arsenal and the Arsenal faithful. Where are the Patrick Vieiras of this world? Where are the Overmars? Where are the Dennis Bergkamps? Where are the big players that made Arsenal Football Club? Where's your Tony Adams? Huh?
Deji, look no further. We're number one on the table. Deji, are you drunk or something? We are number one. We are number one on the table. What are you talking about? You don't need to look for Vieira. Vieira is the coach of Crystal Palace. You don't need to think of that right now. We have Thomas Partey right now. He's our legend. Kudos to him. But you know what? Yeah, right now we have Thomas Partey.
Why are you number one?
Who's your defensive midfielder? Why are you number one? Is he better than Thomas Partey this season?
Højbjerg is our defensive midfielder.
So he's better than Thomas Partey this season, yeah?
Yes, he has.
Yes, he has. Is he better than Thomas Partey this season?
Yes, he is. I would rather have Højbjerg in my team than Partey. Partey, look, every time I look at Partey, it looks like he's
guys in the charts, yeah? Guys in the charts, please just write it down right now. Højbjerg, Thomas Partey. Who do you want in your team? Would you take a Højbjerg to Arsenal? Deji, are you serious? You're comparing Højbjerg to Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
In the middle of the park. Are you serious, Deji Sports?
And he's a better player. He scored more goals this season in a team that's not even playing well.
Has he scored more goals than Thomas Partey this season?
He's had more goal involvements than Thomas Partey. He scored more goals. He's had more assists, and he's playing. And he's
because your team is a shit team. Because your team is a shit team.
It's whilst playing for a team. Whilst playing for a team, it's full of shit. It's whilst playing for a team
is full of shit. But my own team, it's quite different. I have winners down there. I have people scoring goals.
Let me tell
Partey.
you.
See, without Thomas
If
Partey this season,
Højbjerg was in your team,
season.
If Højbjerg was in your team, he would have hit double figures by now.
Deji, I've only lost 2 games this season. And in both games, Thomas Partey was not fit. What does that tell you? And I'm top of the league. What does that tell you?
Tells me that you're a one-man team.
No, Deji. No.
What do you mean?
But how can you call it a one-man team when we're top of the league? No, but how can you call it a one-man team when we're top of the league?
It's a one-man team. All right.
No, how can you call it a one-man team when we're top of the league?
Let me help you out. How about you guys prove you're not a one-man team by winning a game without Partey? None of that Mickey Mouse Europa stuff. Win a big boy Premiership match without Partey.
Okay, what games have you won without Højbjerg this season? It's simple. It's like for like. Which games, Deji, which games have you won without Højbjerg this season?
The Assembled and Oregon Gunner.
No. Leave the Assembled and Oregon Gunner. They will cook you from the charts.
No, I need to talk.
See, I'm talking of you right now. Deji, look up.
Manny,
which game have you won this season without Højbjerg in your team this season?
Tony, on a level, where's Saving Private Ryan? Where is he?
He's not around, boys, in the charts cooking you.
I think
hey, Ryan Maguire, big ups to you, man.
You need to be saved right now from the nonsense that we're talking about. You need to be saved. Ryan, come and get your guy. Get your guy, because he's talking hogwash bush right now. Hogwash. You know what I'm saying?
No, Deji, I accept. I was beaten by the better team. Of course, Everton beat me up. But see, Deji, yeah.
Oh, bro, can I just say something?
We're allowed to have a free hit, right?
No,
we're allowed to have a free hit. I've lost only 2 games this season, yeah.
No, are you saying that that's it? You've lost to Everton. You guys are going to go on and do your thing. Is that what you're telling us? Tony, the pauses are too long tonight. You're pausing for far too long.
See, Deji, wait, yeah.
Do you think you're going to go on and do something?
Deji, what do you think all these YouTube pundits are talking about? Even if Man City lost to you, all these pundits are still all giving it to Man City. So why is it that when I'm losing or when I lost against Everton, why do you want to take it away from me?
I'm not taking it.
If many of these YouTubers and tweakers for Manchester City are still believe in Man City, and they still believe that Man City will still win the league, right? Even after losing to you, after dropping points from the same Everton team. And again, right now, you're now saying
let me ask you a question.
So I lost against Everton, then my season has collapsed. How is that? How is that fair?
I realize.
How is that? It's not fair. See, Deji, this same Man City team that all you YouTubers and pundits dancing around have already given it to Man City. They drop points against Everton. So what are you talking about, Deji? What are you talking about? And Deji, see, yeah, Everton at the time when we're meeting them, they were 19th in the league. 19th in the league. It's a relegation scrap. See, Deji, we all know that relegation teams, when they want to scrap, they scrap against, big teams because they need those points. So, see, I totally don't. It didn't come as a big shock that Everton will pull something off. Of course, Sean Dyche just came in. Of course, they're a relegation team, and they're battling relegation this season. See, they just had to go digging deep in Arsenal on the day. I accept it. My team was beaten fair and square. But you know what, Deji? On to the next one. Brentford. And you know what, yeah? This weekend, I'll beat them up, Deji. I'll beat them up.
Yeah, so that's the question I wanted to ask you. You've got Brentford and Manchester City next. In your humble opinion, how many points do you expect to get in your next 2 games?
Deji, see, yeah, I think I'm gonna get 6 points. I'm gonna get 6 points. I'm gonna get 6 points. Mind you, no, Deji, you can laugh, rah, 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 rah. You can
You know why I'm
laugh
laughing?
all you want.
You know why I'm laughing?
You can laugh all you want. I'm gonna beat up Brentford.
You
See,
know why
Deji,
I'm laughing?
I've not lost. See, Deji, I haven't lost in the Premier League to any team at the Emirates this season.
Yeah. Do you know why I'm laughing?
I haven't lost. I have a good home record, Deji, this season. I have a very and Deji, you know what? Yeah, I also brought back up today. Yeah.
All right, my boy. Can I just say
See,
before you
Prince, what took you so long, man? What took you so long?
All right, before you come in,
been floating here.
I need to do this before I forget. Everyone in the chat, when you get an opportunity, we're 31 minutes. So around minute 29, 28, I asked Tony the question, how many points will Arsenal get in their next 2 matches? There was a long delay, and then Tony lost volume in his voice. He was like, we're going to get 6 points. I think Tony's behavior speaks for itself. I'm just saying.
Tony, we're going to win these next 2 games. You know what? I'll tell you what it is.
That's what I told Deji.
6 points. You know what it is, Deji? Do you know what it is, alright, Deji? Deji's a genius, bro. I'll tell you now. This guy is a genius. Bro,
I'm just saying that, bro.
You know, because yesterday, it's like I watched Tony's show yesterday. And it was a good show. Like, it was like good contact with football. But then I watched another show with you and the rival show. And it was like the Deji show, bro. I tell you, bro. Because he just got a rattle. But these next 2 games are very important for Arsenal. And it's a big 6 points. You know, I think we'll get 6 points out. I think we'll do Brentford on the weekend, and I think we'll do Man City on a Wednesday. I'm confident, bro. I'm not one of them words. 2 seconds, though. I'm not one of them words.
Prince. Do you agree? Deji Sports is saying he's going to win the Champions League with this team. Do you believe that? Is it because they've beaten Manchester City that he's gotten a lot of chest? And, to say that they would win.
I'll tell you why he's saying
Champions League. Do you think Tottenham Hotspur will win the Champions League? Are we going on on a dystopia down here?
Deji's entitled. Like, look, Deji's entitled to say what he wants in it. Like, he has. But if you're going to go off football terms, innit? I've been watching. I watched the other day AC Milan, and the teams in the Champions League, even Real Madrid, none of them were that firing. I think Tottenham would. I think Tottenham would.
Wait, Prince. So you do believe that Tottenham wants to win the Champions League this season?
I'm not saying they win it, but I'm gonna say though, I want to put it out there. Anything can happen in this Champions League, bro. Because I'm not saying Tottenham are going to win the Champions League.
Tottenham Hotspur cannot win the Champions League, Prince, for what?
No, I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying, I'm just going off what I've seen. I seen AC Milan the other week play against Inter Milan. And after I watched Tottenham just dismantle Man City, I think Tottenham will turn them. I think that they'll do AC Milan.
But they're sportsy. They'll do what sportsy usually do. They'll bottle it at the end of the day. They'll do what they naturally do.
Why did we bottle it against City, Playboy?
On the day on the
Playboy.
Deji. Kudos to you. Is this what you want? Kudos to you. You beat Man City. Kudos to you. I give that to you, yeah. But Deji, you're in 39 points. Newcastle is ahead of you this season. Deji, you've still done nothing. You haven't proven anything. You've not proven anything this season. You've not.
Tony, what I don't like on your show is the way that you're matter of fact about everything. Let me remind you that we are in Feb. Yeah, it's the 9th of Feb, and the season finishes in May. Newcastle is literally 1 point behind Spurs. And I don't know if you were on the show when I mentioned, but Man City is only 6 points ahead of Tottenham, and we are having a poor season. Every Spurs fan, every Spurs pundit will tell you Tottenham's season so far has been rubbish. And the reason why you can pump your chest, and you've been pumping your chest the last few weeks, is because you guys have been having an exceptional season, and you've looked over the other side of North London and witnessed Tottenham having literally almost self-explode. But in that, Tottenham are 5th. That's the maddest thing, because we're talking like Tottenham is where West Ham is, or like where Chelsea is, or where Liverpool is. We are not there, and we have been below par. Now, let me drop a couple of other nuggets for you.
But Deji, you've been lucky because Liverpool haven't been having a good season, and of course Chelsea's having a bad season. That's why you're there. You're not there out of merit. You're there because other teams. See, Deji, you're there because other teams can't be there.
I know you gotta look at it from a football perspective, innit? Like what is he, Tony? Sometimes, what he's saying is even though Tottenham's been that bad, they're still on they're 4 points behind Man United with the same games, and they still got to play Man United. So I don't think top 4 is like a write-off for them. It's a bit too early to say it's a write-off for them.
Even on the numbers, it can't be.
I personally think Tottenham will get top 4. I think they do it. They pimped it.
We will get top 4. Forward, and look at this now. See, when people were talking to me about the Champions League, Deji's delusional. I've seen Oregon Gunner and a few other fellas in the chat telling me that I'm delusional.
Big ups to Oregon Gunner. Big ups to Rafi Bikari.
We know that a cup run, anything can happen. Let me give you your beloved FA Cup. So far, the FA Cup has given Tottenham a favourable draw. We had Portsmouth, we had Preston North End, and we've got Sheffield United. By the time we
Deji, you are not going to win any cups. Deji, forget about it. You're not going to win any cups.
It's very
you bottle everything. You never win any cups. You will never win any cups. You bottle it. You see, Deji, you're a sports fan. Yeah, you're Tottenham Hotspurs. You will never win anything. You will never win anything. You never win anything, Deji.
Tony,
You never win anything. You never win anything. You're not going to win the Champions League, Deji. You're not going to win the Premiership. Of course, see, that's top shelf. It's only for the big boys that can get in there. See, Deji, you were laughing at us. See, Prince Forward, he was laughing at us that we got booted out, presumably by the best team in the world, Man City, right? Aren't they the best team in the world, Deji?
Yes.
Deji. They're the best team in the world.
In terms of what they've been doing the last 2 seasons, that was the best manager in the world.
That was a good answer. That was a good answer. That was a good answer, Playboy. It was a good answer. And you know what? Yeah. See, if we're booted out in the FA Cup that we've won up to 14 times, Deji, and I told you, we're going to fry a bigger fish. We're going to make the elephant in the room. And that's the Premiership title. And that's something you know nothing about. It's something you know nothing about. See, Deji, we are up to like 14 points ahead of you, Deji. We are totally not the same this season. We're far ahead of you. We're in the Premiership title, we're in the Europa League title. What do you want us to do?
You said something wrong. You said you're going to get the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room for Arsenal is not the Premier League. It's the Champions League.
What? No. It's a Premiership. No. It's a Premiership.
People in the chat, what is the elephant in the room for Arsenal? Is it winning the Premier League or is it winning the Champions League? We all know Arsenal wants to win the Champions League. So stop lying to yourself, Tony. Now, let me tell you, your team wasn't good enough last season to get into the Champions League. That's a fact. You know that. You're playing with the minnows in the Europa League. I hope you guys get to the last 4. Yeah, because you're not winning the Europa League. I hope you get to the last 4. As for the league, this season is a joke thing. Chelsea's been poor, Liverpool poor, Tottenham poor, Manchester United is Erik ten Hag's first season. We can't expect much from them. And then it's you guys. You guys are the better team of all teams that have been flopping this season. So pat yourself on the back. Well done. Chelsea's 10th. Liverpool's 9th. It's not like Liverpool is 2nd chasing you down. Do you get what I'm saying? These teams are below par. And so you stepped up like Leicester City. Well done, Leicester. Well done, the Foxes.
Deji, I would not allow you to desecrate what we've done this season. Why equating what we've done this season to Leicester City?
Tony,
no, Deji, I would not accept that insult.
Tony, you know what I see, Tony?
Exactly,
Do
you don't
not
even believe.
Yeah, but Tony,
what we're
you know
doing
what I
this
see, Tony? You
season
know why he's like this?
to what Leicester did.
Do you know why he's like this, Tony? It's not like this because of him. It's because of the Arsenal fans. Because when we lost that game against Everton, every single Arsenal fan I've seen online is defined their season. It's over. Oh, it's over. But you forget about that little run we've had, like the 14 game or 15 game unbeaten. So if one game's going to define it, and your fans are going, "Oh, it's over. We're not good enough. The title's over. They might as well give it to Man City." They're going to hype this guy up, innit?
Yeah.
That's what they do. It's the Arsenal fans who hype him up, bro. Not him. He's just doing what they do, bro. But then you expect it of him. So Deji, listen, Deji, can I ask you a question?
No,
Deji?
but Prince, see,
let me see
Prince
these fires.
You cannot equate what we're
Deji?
doing this season to what Leicester did.
No. He winds you up, Tony.
Don't disrespect our season like that.
Deji, who's going to win the title this season?
Good question.
Do you know what? Honestly, I think Arsenal's going to win the Premier League this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, in the flesh, Deji Sports has just answered Prince's question. Who's going to win the league? And he says Arsenal. His bitter rivals, Arsenal. Yes, Deji, we are going to win that title.
All right, explain.
We're winning it.
So there's two things that I'm doing. One of them is reverse judge. So hopefully that you guys don't. The other thing that I'm doing is the fact that when I look at this Arsenal team, I see Leicester. I see a bunch of foxes. And Leicester, it just happened to go for them. And if that's look, a win is a win. But you guys, what I can say though is, has Arsenal turned the corner? Is Arsenal now going to be dominating or at least competing?
Craig AFC, you've been my very, very good friend, yeah? Craig AFC, yeah, in the chat, yeah? You've been my very, very good friend. You're my go-to guy, in everything. But,
Oregon Gunner, don't lie to yourself.
This one wrong. It's fans that give people... It's fans who post the type of ammunition they use to abuse all Arsenal fans. It's everywhere using Arsenal fans. And you know what? You're just walking right straight. You're just giving them chance to do that. Listen, Craig AFC, are you on Bush? Our strongest elite at the ATR. Bro, we are going to go to the ATR and beat this guy up. See, I'm not inspired by what that had a go with them in the FA Cup, and see, and it was Ake that scored a scrappy goal for them. Bro, don't give ammunition. You have to be strong at this time. Come on now, support your team. We can do it against Man City home and away. We can do it, bro. We can do it, Craig. Support your team. Shout out to Oregon Gunner who gave us $5. Big ups to you, my brother. Love you, man. You see, Deji Sports, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, look, I've got loads to say. Tony, I can't lie. I'm surprised by you and some of the people in the chat. I'm equally surprised by Oregon Gunner because he's throwing dollars. He's throwing dervs on a whole load of nonsense right now, and I'll tell you why. Hold on, I don't know what's happened to my bloody life.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Bro.
Oregon, there is no Arsenal fan that can legitimately tell me that they are happy with their team. You can't tell me that you're happy with your squad. What I was expecting to see in the January transfer window was a statement of intent. What we got was a player from Spezia, aka Spencer FC, Jorginho, and Trossard. Are you man for real?
Prince Fuad, are you going to allow Deji put dots on our signings? Are you going to allow this guy put dots on our signings? Prince Fuad, are you going to be here and listen to Deji's pause? Put dots on the players we brought in.
Let me make this point.
See, he can have Jorginho.
Let me make my point. If Everton, before they sacked Lampard, had brought in those 3 players, I would have said they're odds-on favourite to go down.
No, that's his opinion, isn't it, Tony? No, I'll counter it. Deji, what you got to understand, all right, Dej, is everyone who's come through that door, and I'm the only one, and maybe Tony's agreed with me, and me and Tony are the only 2 last season we're on it. Anyone who's come through that door, every Arsenal platform has moaned about every player. Starting with Gabriel, starting with Tomiyasu, starting with Ben White, starting with Ramsdale, started with Odegaard, started with Fabio Vieira, even Martinelli. Oh, why are we buying a Brazilian for 5 million? Why are we relying on Saka? Why are we doing this? Why are we buying a reject of Man City? Why? Every Arsenal
even at the start of the season, they were abusing Saka. They were abusing
Saka. Anyone on
Saka.
YouTube, I've done that. Everyone on YouTube, I've done it. Bro, these are the same players that have gone out on the pitch, and the reason why we're top. So I trust Mikel Arteta.
Deji Sports and his crony.
That's my opinion.
And his crony, Northside, my brother. Shout out to Northside. Guys, go subscribe to Northside. Definitely, he's our big brother too. But you know what? Him and Northside, you remember when they were always cooking you, Prince, on Northside show? And they were all saying that their signings are big signings. You remember when they were always saying that to you, Prince? When they were saying even Tottenham signings were better than Arsenal signings, and that Arsenal was going to come 10th this season. That's what Northside, that's what brother Northside, our brother here, Deji Sports, said at the start of the season. And right now we're first in the league. See, they even did us a favor. They beat up Mancity. For us, they're rivals. What else do you want again, brother? We're better than you. We're better than you, Deji Sports. We're better. You have no argument. You have no argument. We lost against Everton.
Tony, can I just deal? Look, you've been neglecting the chat, and I'm partly hosting. Can I deal with a couple of comments in the chat real quick? Because I ain't done with your
guys in the chat yet. Deji's a handful. I'm sorry.
So Oregon Gunner says, Deji, read what Lewandowski said about QR. Google it, bruv. There. Oregon Gunner. I don't need to read anything Lewandowski says because he's on his way out of football. He's been a great servant to the game. What I can tell you is go and look where Spezia is in the Italian league. The Italian league is a poor league, and then he plays for a poor team in a poor league. Enough said. Yeah, so I'm even trying to help you, Oregon Gunner. I'm telling you, you should have been more ambitious. You should have bought better players. But if you think Kiwa is going to come to
a team that in fifth in Arsenal was top of the league to be ambitious. Deji, your mouth. Deji, your mouth. What do you mean? Your mouth. What do you mean? It can kill. Your mouth can kill. Okay, it's off.
Let me deal with Andrew.
Deji, you just went off and you put on.
Let me deal with Andrew Ball, please. I know you wanted to make a point. I'm going to deal with your people. Andrew says, Deji, people laughed when Newcastle signed Burn. You're judging the player based on the club he came from. So naive, bro. Okay, Andrew Ball, knock yourself out. Andrew, I don't want you.
Andrew's a Newcastle fan anyway.
Because let me tell you about Andrew Ball. He was out there wax lyrical about Lokonga. That's what he was. He's
a Newcastle fan.
Is he? Oh,
a Geordie.
Oh, he's a Geordie, yeah. This brother here wanted one of the Longstaffs to leave the club. I thought Longstaff was good. How about that? Right. Next comment. Oregon Gunner has been smoked. What time is it? Where is he? Is he in Oregon?
Is in Oregon? Is my big fan.
Is he
big
work?
Up to you, Oregon Gunner. Shout out to you.
Don't big up Oregon Gunner because he's smoking while he's at work. He says this rubbish. Our first 11 is way better than Spurs. It's not even a debate. Is that on paper? Because I will still argue that Tottenham's first 11 is better than Arsenal's first 11. The only thing that's happened this season, no, on paper, player-wise, forward, Tottenham team is better than your team. What's happened is your whole squad is playing out of their skin. Ben White is a 4 out of 10, playing 8 out of 10. Nketiah is a 4 out of 10, giving us 8 out of 10. Xhaka is a 5 out of 10, doing a 9 out of 10. Partey is a 6 out of 10, giving us a 9 out of 10. And Gabriel, what is he? Gabriel, 4 out of 10, giving us a 7 out of 10. And because they are overachieving,
we're first in the league. All this thing is all irrelevant because we're number one on the league. We're the guys to beat. And we already did a double against you this season.
Let me tell you about the Premier League. To be an elite player, you have to be consistent. You might do it this season, but those players
you need to stop hanging out with your friends.
Those players
Shout out the assembled
level moving forward.
See, yeah, Deji. Let's look at this here. See, over the weekend, I think, your goalkeeper, Loris, is out injured. Glory be to God. 8 weeks is going to be out. I know you've been one of those guys, you and some other Tottenham Hotspur fans, like George, my friend, who has been crying, this guy went on TikTok, to raise his voice against Loris to get out of his football club. I'll get George here one of these days, yeah. But you know what, yeah, Deji, I know you're one of those guys, that want Loris out of your football club. Your captain, this guy has saved you lots of times. You know what, yeah, good and okay. This guy's injured for 8 weeks. Deji, are you confident that you have a perfect replacement now that the window is closed right now? Do you have the perfect replacement between the sticks for Tottenham Hotspurs to go without conceding lots of goals this season? Mind you, you've conceded 31 goals, a whooping 31 goals this season. That's relegation type of conceding, bro.
Let me highlight something that you didn't see in the Tottenham Man City game, and it's all right that you didn't see it because you're an Arsenal fan, so you don't see these details. And I'll tell you this: when your team
and Prince Fuad, when he finishes, please, you have to answer that question and let us know what you think about Loris was out.
You don't need a great keeper if your defense is on point. If you look back at the City game, Loris didn't have to make a save, not a proper save. If Tottenham continue to play football the way we did against City, we've got nothing to worry about, my guy. You don't need it. You just need someone to stand in the middle of the goalpost. That's it.
So suddenly Dyer is now Van Helsing. Yeah.
Well, he had
Romero is now the king of the back four, right? He had Haaland in his. This guys that you've been slagging all season and now Superman right now just because you beat them.
Romero dealt with Haaland
in his pocket, did he not?
Oh, he dealt with Haaland on Sunday. Romero dealt with Haaland on Sunday, bro. Yeah, he kept him quiet, bro.
No, but see,
you actually
Prince
Fuad, keeper,
Prince Fuad, but it's a one-off. It's a one-off. Spurs has been poor this season. It's a one-off. And Man City is the boogie team. You can afford to beat your boogie team, even if you're not doing well in the league. They will go on to the next game. They will go on to Leicester City, and they will lose against Leicester City.
Their bogey team's Man City, okay? Tottenham's bogey team, Man City, and our bogey team's Everton.
Exactly.
But why the ass?
Exactly, and that's what we lost.
But going back to the keeper, you know everyone's like with Ben Foster. Ben Foster's a good keeper, bro. Do you know people don't?
Fraser Forster.
Yeah, Fraser Foster. Yeah, Fraser Foster's a good keeper.
It's past it, bro. It's past it. You know that.
No, but you know what? I'll be honest with you, You know what? I'll give you, all right, a hint and an example. Edwin van der Sar signed for Man United as an old keeper, and went on to do miracles. When it comes, goalkeepers can go on to play to 40-something, because that's what he did. So a keeper, bro, long as you have experience and you're screaming at your back line, that's all you need in this game.
Good and okay. See, good and okay. Let's go into the predictions of the next game. See, Deji, you better choose your words carefully. See, we will go into the two matches for both teams, of course, this coming weekend. Deji, choose your words carefully. Arsenal at home versus Brentford, who we've beaten, in the first leg in the Premiership this season, 3-0. We ended that game even in the first half, bit this guy silly. See, they come to meet us up at the Emirates. What do you think? What's the prediction for that game, Deji Sports? Choose your words carefully, my brother. Choose it well.
First and foremost, Taib is very silly for his last comment. Deji's a proud Spurs fan.
Taib Hussein, the legend.
With an empty trophy cabinet. Ha, ha, ha. Taib. We'll see who's got the last laugh at the end of the season. So
exactly. Empty trophy cabinet. Beyonce. See, Prince Fuad, we totally forgot. Beyonce was actually using the trophy cabinet for a dressing room.
You wish
she came to perform in Tottenham Sports Stadium, and she used the trophy cabinet.
But anyway, let me drop my guns on you guys. Let me drop my.
Oh my God!
Let me throw some dirt.
Beyonce had to use it to do her dressing room. Oh my God! The goal for you, Deji, to come and talk where Arsenal is taught.
Let me throw some dirt to you. So, every season there is always a lower team that shocks us. We've seen Wolves in recent years. We've seen West Ham. We've seen Leeds. To a certain extent, always somebody from the bottom shock us. And this season, there's two teams that are doing that. Brighton and Brentford. Both teams are playing out of their skin. They're playing some good football. Now, when Arsenal went to Brentford, nobody was expecting Arsenal to do what they did, and they did it. And kudos to you guys. Well done. However, Brentford are playing a style of football right now where Thomas Frank has got these guys playing some crazy stuff. Tony and Mbeumo, I don't know if your defense can stop them, because them two brothers right there, they're menaces. So for me, I can see Brighton getting a 2-2 draw at the Emirates this weekend, and I'll tell you why. Arsenal, what I have seen in you, Tony, in the Assembled, in Oregon Gunner, in Taib, all of these men.
Shout out DWT. Don't waste your tweets. Go subscribe to that guy.
You guys are believing your own hype. And we know that Arsenal, under pressure, doesn't fare well. You've shown us time and time again that when you feel the pressure, your bottle jobs. Arsenal play well when they're not under pressure and there is no expectation. Now you are expected to win. And you lost to Everton. So you are going to lose your mind because you're going to go gun-ho. And I believe that Brentford, with the ballers that they've got in their midfield, Damsgaard and brothers like that, they're going to pick you guys off and it will be a 2-2 draw. That's why I asked you the question earlier. Do you think you will get, how many points do you think you will get? And you kind of whispered 6 points. You do well to get more than 1 point in the next 2 games.
Jeez. Prince Fuad, do you subscribe to what he just said? And secondly, what's the opinion?
What the thing is, I think with a lot of you African brothers, whatever he did, you say, you all just wild on him like wildcats.
It's deluded.
Yeah, but that's his opinion.
How does he think that because we lost against Everton that we're going to lose every other? All
right. Listen.
How in this world is guy
living on
Earth?
Let's talk football. All right, I
should be.
Tony, relax.
Should be in Avalon or something.
On the weekend, all right.
All right, liquid danger. You're not going to be saying that I'm mad when you
shout out Liquid Danger. Liquid Danger from Instagram, my guy. Big ups to you, Liquid Danger.
And you get slapped up by Man City. That ain't that 1 point, I lie. So what are you saying that I'm mad, bro? What? Let me tell you, Liquid Danger, before man turns you solid, innit? Yeah, before man turns you solid. Make sure your team gets 3 points against Brentford, innit? About calling man mad. Man will turn you solid.
He wants to turn liquid danger to solid danger. See, liquid danger. You've gotten a new nemesis out here. His name is Deji Spores, the Arsenal Slayer, the Tottenham Van Helsing. He just said he's gonna turn you solid. You have to come here and make sure to do that. See, back to Prince Forward. Yeah, Prince Forward before Deji Spores, abruptly, interrupted. This sport, they want to fight pugnacious people. They want to fight. They want to cut people off. They don't want to give people their own fair share to talk. That's their style. Prince Fuad, please, you can now talk.
What I'll say, against Brentford, a lot of people are looking at this Everton game. The Everton game, so all Arsenal fans out there, just take the L. Just take the L. That's it. Just take the L. Going into this Brentford game,
delusional.
I think going into this Everton game, it depends when we start. Going into this Brentford game, I think you rest Martinelli and you play Trossard. I think it's going to be mad. He's going to start the Chelsea boy Jorginho. I think Jorginho's going to start against Brentford
and then you're done.
Rest Party. Yeah, I what's that?
Then you're done.
No, I don't know.
If Jorginho starts against Brentford, it's over for you, man.
No, I disagree, see, that. Just everyone's going on like this guy.
Guys, it's hitting up, bro. It's hitting up.
All right,
bro. Can I be real?
The prince is cooking. Let the prince cook. Let the prince cook. Let him cook. Let him talk. Let him land. He hasn't landed yet, Deji. Let him land.
What I'm saying to you is,
cook.
I'm going off this, innit? Bro, he ain't bad as people say he is. We moaned about Sammy Lukonga being on the bench. They moaned about anyone else. I thought he'll do. He'll come on and give him a style of play. He'll slow the game down. And you need to be like that sometimes to win titles. You can't be 100 miles per hour. From now to the end of the season, we can't be playing F1 football. But the players are tired. So I think Jorginho's good as holding the ball, finding it back, calming the place down. He's experienced. He is a proven Premiership player. He's good in Europe. I don't think he's bad like people say he is, bro. Because when he come on against Everton, everyone forgets Everton could have scored 4 goals in the first half with Thomas Partey on the pitch. When Jorginho come on, he actually slowed it down, and we were lucky conceded 1. We only conceded 1, but we never conceded no more. So I don't think it's bad, but I think against Brentford, play Trad, the new kid, and Jorginho in the middle, and take that risk. And I'll tell you now, Deji, Arsenal will win the game.
Arsenal's gonna win.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can walk faster than Jorginho.
Oh, come on, Deji. Tony, he don't rate the Arsenal players, this guy, innit?
He doesn't, bro. He doesn't. See, he's the Arsenal Slayer. What do you expect, yeah? See, yeah, guys, yeah, do me a favor, yeah? Guys in the chat, now that you guys are still there, please do me a favor, yeah? Please, because Deji Sports, he's our guy. He's a friend of the show. We love him, See, guys, he has his new Instagram page and his YouTube page. Please do me a big favor. I know he's a Tottenham sport guy, but see, yeah, he's also my brother. And he also comes to this show, to give us a good time, not for entertainment, but he really do believe that sports is going to get somewhere this season. So let's hold him onto that. Let's hold him responsible for that. The only way you can hold him responsible for that is by going to his YouTube channel right now, to go subscribe to that channel right now. Please do it right now. And as you guys are there, please go, give him some views. He's doing something great out there. Give him some views. Subscribe to that channel. Go to his Instagram channel, Deji Sports. Just go there and just support this guy, yeah? He's trying to, put things in order. Just go there and support him if you still want to see him here.
There you go, Deji.
That's the only way.
Deji, I subscribe.
Oh, Prince Forward putting his money where his mouth is. See, yeah, Prince Forward. See, yeah, guys, if a legend like Prince Forward is subscribing to Deji Sports, our biggest rivals, who are you? Deji, who are you?
Deji,
If the Prince
I'll tell
himself
you.
is subscribing to Deji Sports. Please,
my bro,
guys,
you
go
know.
now and subscribe
Deji,
to
a good friend,
Deji Sports.
bro.
And also to Prince
Deji,
Forward's
don't
channel
forget my
too. He has a
whispers, bro. I'm
channel.
coming to see you
Go
soon, bro.
support Prince Forward.
I've got you. You get me?
What is Tony? He owes me whispers. He owes me whispers. I told him.
Of course, definitely. But Deji, don't run away quite quickly. What is going to be the prediction for the game? Tottenham Hotspurs against Leicester. See, Leicester is at the Empire Stadium at home. So see what is going to happen in that matchup. Do you think you're going to slap up Leicester City away? They're a bigger team. These guys, they always resurrect from the dead. See, these guys could be in a coma, and when they smell sports, they just come out, and smoke sports away. See, what do you think would be the end game in that game come Sunday, the 11th of February? Do you think you're going to do one against Leicester City?
I just want to quickly just big up Oregon Gunner and Jez Collins.
Oregon Gunner. Big ups to you, Oregon Gunner. I love you so. Big ups.
It's all love, but I'm not going to lie. Liquid Danger saying it will follow me so he can see Spurs agony. Liquid Danger, man.
Liquid Danger, go there. Follow this guy. Follow him.
Man will follow
Subscribe
you
to his YouTube channel,
to remind
please.
you of what man said. The YouTube channel is Deji Spurs. And the Instagram is Deji Spurs, Craig AFC. Don't know, and I hope
Deji Sports. I'll put it in. I'll put it at the end of the show. Please go to YouTube and go support him right now.
In relation to
and Prince Forward also, please, guys, go support Prince Forward too. He's a big friend of this show, a big brother, and we love him too. Prince Forward, you have to shout out your channel, please, later on after this. Deji Sports, please continue.
Yeah. Good. So.
Guys, please go support Prince Forward.
Brother, I believe Tottenham, first and foremost, the other thing that, Tony, you always miss the detail and fail to acknowledge is that Tottenham is
fully is average. It comes up with
Tottenham have a fully fit squad. Everyone's back. Kulusevski, Richarlison, Son, Kane, Højbjerg, the whole shebang. So we're fully fit. So for me,
but Son isn't scoring though. He's not scoring though.
Doesn't matter.
Son isn't scoring though.
Kane is scoring, and I think will be too much for Leicester. I think this is the start of Tottenham doing their thing now this season. And the thing about Arsenal, what I was saying on the show yesterday is that you man are getting excited at the beginning. Football matters at the business end of the season. That's where things are won and lost. And last season, Tottenham proved that in the business end, we can get it over the line. You man proved that in the business end, you man can turn into bottle FC. So I see Spurs doing a job against Leicester. I've got a 2-1 away win. And I've got you man to draw because Arsenal, when it comes to the business side of things, you lot don't want to make no money. Yeah, you man want to do charity stuff. So that's what it is, my bro. 2-1 Spurs against City, 2-2 between Brentford and Arsenal.
See, guys, Liquid Danger, big ups to you. Daniel Emmanuel, 1738, big ups to you. Liquid Danger, big ups to you. See, Jazz is in the building, guys. Jazz is asking for see, Deji Sports. This is an Arsenal legend himself,
Get him on here. Get on here. Send him a link. Get on here.
Legend himself is asking for Deji Sports link. See, Deji, it doesn't get better than this. If this guy is asking for your link, oh my God, Jess Collins is asking for your link. See, Deji,
get him on here. Get him on here. Get Jess on here. Send him the link, man. Send Jess the link. Get him on here.
Yeah. Jess, do you want to pop into the show? Because the show is almost off. Oh my God, I'm far off from the charts, guys. Jeez, how did all these charts? Oh my God, I'm far off, man. Jeez, but see, oh my God. See, first of all, Baz, see, Baz, big ups. He says, big ups, gent. Baz, get well soon. Is my friend. He supports Liverpool Football Club. Get well soon. He's not feeling so fine. Get well soon, brother. Oregon Gunner. Big ups to you. Liquid Danger.
Do you know what? I got this weird feeling. Do you know what? The last time I had this feeling, you actually, remember when Woodgate was playing for you and all them players are playing for you? Yeah. I had a weird feeling that Tottenham were going to win something. And I got so weird. They're going to win something this season. I don't know why.
I'm telling you. You know, and the weird feeling is Tottenham might just.
Big ups Oregon Gunner for that $2. Big ups Oregon Gunner for the $2.
If you do the impossible, boy.
Can I say something?
I will send you the
Can I say something that Tony? That can I? And I want people to be reasonable now, because you know the banter is all good, and you know, but I like to drop some facts. If Tottenham win the Champions League and Arsenal win the Prem, then it's fair to say that Tottenham's season overshadowed Arsenal's. True or false? Be honest now. Tony, don't go hiding, bro.
Yeah, to be honest with you,
no. Trying to send Jez your channel, bro.
Yeah.
What is with me? It's different. Like if you win the Champions League, bro, and we win the league, innit? I'll be gassed we won the Champions League. I'll be gassed we won the league, and I just mind my own business. That's do you get me? Yeah? That'd be like, yo, good luck to them, innit? Like we've seen Chelsea do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like. I'll be gassed if we win the league. I celebrate the league, bro. We're asking to win the league title, bro. I'm running around my flag, bro. I'm running out with the street with my flag, bro. Even if you win the Champions League or don't win the Champions League, bro, I'm celebrating, bro. I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. You know, I'm not one of them ones who's gonna sit and think, oh, we won the league, but Tottenham won the Champions League, bro. Yo, good luck to them, bro. It is what it is, bro. That's life, innit?
Yeah.
I'll stop my celebration if you win the Champions League. Maybe other Arsenal fans, but that's their business, bro.
The assembled is gone drunk. The assembled is drunk. Look at it. The assembled's coming.
Oregon Gunner said, I sub to DGT and follow man on Instagram. Big ups to you, Oregon Gunner.
You got to follow DGT.
Jess, I've already sent you the link to DGT.
How can the assembled forward? The assembled has said, false Deji, the Champions League is a glorified competition. Is he joking? Is assembled joking?
Yo,
there are two trophies worth winning: Champions League and the Premier League. And I'm saying that the Champions League trumps the Premiership.
Deji, can I ask you a question? If you win the Champions League, what would your reaction be like?
If what?
If you win the Champions League, what would your reaction be like?
Bro, I mean, look, and I mean this respectfully. I'm like this now. We ain't won jack. If we win the Champions League, it's over for you, man.
Tony, he's coming for you, Tony.
It is over.
Jeff Dama, thanks for coming to the show. He says, hi guys, you're looking tasty tonight. Big ups to you, Jeff Dama. Thanks for coming to the show, man.
Yo, Tony, bro, you know who Jeff Dama is, isn't it, bro?
Guys, go smash the likes. The likes. I'm waiting for Jess. Jess wants to have a meeting with Deji Spores, you know. I'm just happy with this because Deji Spores.
Yo, Tony, you know who Jeff Dama is, isn't it?
From this.
Tony, you know who Jeff Dama is, isn't it?
I know who he is, of course, but I don't know who this guy is, really. But I know who, of course, he is.
Anyway, bro. Jeff Dama, big up to Jeff Dama.
Big up to you, bro.
What's up, him?
I've sent it.
It's just coming on.
I've sent it to Jess.
He's coming on.
Jess should be coming on, man.
Hey, Liquid Danger. If Tottenham win the Champions League, you need to come on the show and say,
apologize to Deji.
He needs to apologize, and he needs to humbly say, I like Tottenham. He needs to say, I love Tottenham. Liquid Danger needs to come on and say, you know what, I love Tottenham.
Jeff Dahmer says here, Tottenham won't win anything the next 100 years. Deji Sports, what do you have to say to Jeff Dahmer?
What I have to say to Jeff is, did he play Iron Man?
Like that, he's a fucking cheap, bro.
The Assembled says here, false, Deji. The Champions League is a glorified cup competition. Wow, man. The Assembled. I need the Champions League. I want to be in that spot that Tottenham is right now, bro. I won't lie, man. It's not, man. It's actually a competition I want to win. DWTT says here, Deji, your team wins a trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, Jess Collins in the with the Arsenal jersey.
Wow.
See, yeah, guys, yeah. See, ladies and gentlemen, Jess in the house. Just pause, yeah. You just got an Arsenal legend to subscribe to your channel, to follow you on Instagram, and to also subscribe to your channel. This is Jess Collins. Jess Collins, you're welcome to the show. Jess Collins, what do you see? I know you've always popped in on this show, to watch Deji Sports gloat most of the time. What do you have to say to Deji Sports?
Well, first of all, mate, it's good to meet you, DJ.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Right.
Tony, good to see you, bro. And Prince Fowd, nice to see you, brother.
Hey, bro.
Tottenham Hotspur. What can I say about Tottenham Hotspur?
Careful, Jess.
It's the funny thing I get with Tottenham is that you don't know me, DJ. I grew up in Avenel Road, right opposite Highbury, so it's in my blood that there is a dislike. I'll put it say dislike for Tottenham Hotspur, as is the dislike Tottenham for Arsenal. So I put it on the table, man. I never want to see Tottenham win anything.
Yeah.
But I will say at the moment, I think your football club has the greatest stadium in current English history.
I respect that.
It's better than the Emirates. I hate the Emirates, but that's because I grew up with a stadium with iconic history. And it disappoints me every time I go there. But your club should be achieving far better with what you've got. I think you've got a whole bad setup. The fact that you achieved getting to the Champions League final is iconic, I think, in your club's history. But in the time that since the 90s, your club should have achieved far more. Seriously,
that's a fair point.
I mean, I was at the semi-final.
Jess is cooking. It's cooking.
I was at the semi-final when Lineker and Gascoigne beat us in '91, and you should have kicked on from there. And I just don't get it. I think you've got a terrible owner, Daniel Levy. I think he's a disgrace. I think he's almost as bad as the Cronkies in my book. But why haven't you cooked on, man? I mean, you got to a Champions League final, which is a major achievement for your football club, and you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing. I think Harry Kane is, personally, I'm going to say this, I think he's wasted at your football club. I think if he was at a bigger club, and I'm not saying Arsenal, I'm not saying that, but if he was at a big club in Europe, or dare I say it, hate to say it, Man City, I think he'd have achieved greatness. I don't think he's ever currently going to win anything at Tottenham. You're slipping back into that decline. And my history with Tottenham has always been, you get to there and it's boom. And then you come back up, boom. Now, I mean, I remember that iconic season. I don't know what your age is, man, but the iconic season when Arsenal were absolute pony. I mean, real pony. I'm talking absolute shit. but Tottenham got relegated. And that is a sad fact. It almost boosted the Arsenal fans because we were shit. You got relegated. I just sometimes, I mean, to me, I've always said that Tottenham are the noisy neighbours, but you respect them to a point because I get it in recent times. I'm talking back from the 90s that Man United have always been our biggest rival in recent times. But in history and going back in time, it's Tottenham. It's always Tottenham. And you know, mate, it started in 1914 when what happened then. And it's gone on and it's gone on and it's gone on. But I'm surprised. And I've been surprised for a long time. Why haven't Tottenham kicked on?
Yeah, Jez, and you know, first and foremost, Jez, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for joining us on the show. And I think hopefully this is going to be one of many conversations that we need to have. And I know what you mean about 1914, and I'll just give a little brief perspective. I'm actually going to be on Aussie Gooners show tomorrow evening, A Spade's a Spade, where I'm going to actually put the banter aside and actually give my opinion as to why Tottenham are where they are. But I'll give a little flavour as to what's happened. I think a number of things have gone against Spurs. So Levy and co, they see football as a business. I think, as you can see right now, it's really the Premier League has turned into a billionaire's playground, and unfortunately, Levy and Enoch, they see Spurs as a cash cow. Because you know, when Spurs were crap at White Hart Lane, one thing you can guarantee with the Spurs fan base is that we have a sellout crowd week in, week out. We could be playing bloody Wrexham, our stadium would be packed. And that's how loyal the Spurs fan base is. And Levy and Enoch have seen that it doesn't really matter. Now, you can see that Tottenham are more bothered about the commercial side of things when you've got a stadium that turns into an American football stadium, and who bloody does that? And then turns into the bloody Royal Albert Hall, all in one venue. It's like bloody Toys R Us. And that's what you're getting with Spurs. We offer everything all under one roof. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's not football. And us Spurs fans, all we want is a fair crack at the whip. The reason why I get upset about the question you asked me is that we were on the right path under Pochettino. Who would have thought that Spurs would have made it to a Champions League final? Remember, we got to a Champions League final having done nothing
about it
in the transfer window. And Pochettino warned Levy. But you know what it was? It's free money. We were milking the money and not reinvesting it in the club because we were more focused on building this wonderful stadium, which is a wonderful stadium, but Tottenham is a shithole. I grew up in Tottenham. I went to the primary school opposite Tottenham, the stadium, St. Paul's and All Hallows. I went to that school. So I'm Tottenham thoroughbred, right? If you go to Tottenham now, we got a shiny building, and everything is desolate. It might as well be the bloody Sahara Desert, in my opinion, with a chip shop, because that's what it bloody looks like. So we had an opportunity, and then we took our eye off the ball. Jez, I'm not knocking it. You are a legend. The FA Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup, because you know what I'm talking about, Cup Winners' Cup or the League Cup, had value. All right? It had value. Unfortunately, with all the money swashing about in the Premier League and the expansion of the Champions League, the value of the domestic game has gone. Hence why we had the madness last season when they wanted to make this Super League.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
So what's happened now with Spurs is that in our quest to appease the Spurs fan, you got to win a trophy, we became goldfishes. We forgot where we came from. We forgot we ain't really done anything of recent year. When I was growing up, Tottenham was a mid-table team. We were never top four. And then we just lost our mind. Why would you get Mourinho? Why would you get a Conte who don't play the Spurs way and bring this dead football to our club. What, to win the League Cup? It doesn't bloody make sense. So we took our eye off the bigger picture these last couple of seasons, and that's why you find Spurs where they are. And that's why you hear me say the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup are Mickey Mouse Cups, and that's why you will hear me say we need Poch back, because we made a mistake. And unfortunately, I mean, Levy has valued Spurs at 2.5 billion. I mean, it's madness. We're not worth 2.5, but he seems to think we're the most expensive team in world football. That just can't be. Do you get what I'm saying? So right now, unfortunately, the fans don't have the power. We need to do a Wrexham. The fans need to take the club back, but we can't. Or we need a new owner. We need somebody from China or from Saudi or even from the bloody US to come and take our club over and put some real investment. And that is what's going on with Conte. Conte is saying, look at your shiny...
Deji, will you take Saudi money? Huh? Will you take Saudi money? Would you accept it for Saudi or Qatari or from the UAE? Would you accept that money, in your football club?
To be honest with you, as much as I love the game, who wouldn't in this day and age? The Newcastle fans were celebrating, and they haven't even spent a penny yet. Really, they've not spent any money yet, Newcastle, and they were celebrating. You know why? Because they know what's coming.
They know what's coming, right?
They know what's coming. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say we don't want Saudi money. Who do you think I am? I'm not.
The thing is, these any Middle East owner, anyone who's from the Middle East, they pump to their clubs. You know, behind Aston Villa, they got someone from the Middle East. How much they spent in the transfer market? 100 million. They could have spent more if they want to. Wolves is another team. They can spend. Nottingham Forest have got a Greek guy.
I mean, Manchester United fans are twerking real hard. For that 6 people take over from this Qatari guy.
Qatari guy who's coming in.
Because the Premier League is no longer football for the local you've got Jez there, who literally grew up across the road from Highbury. I grew up across the road from White Hart Lane. Do you get what I'm saying? And the game has been taken over by billionaires. And so football it's just not the same. So we can't do what we used to do, unfortunately. And you're right, when Tottenham had the opportunity to seize the day, carpe diem, we didn't take it. And that's why Tottenham find themselves where they are. So yeah, it's a bloody shame. It took us, we found our Arsene Wenger in Pochettino, and we got rid of him after 5 years. Bloody hell, Arsene Wenger was at Arsenal for 22 seasons. That's the difference. We got rid of ours after 5. So you can see that Tottenham has been mismanaged. And it's a shame. Are they on their way back? I don't think we're on our way back until we get a manager of a Pochettino type, because we're not ready to spend any money. That's just the truth. We need a Graham Potter or a Poch. And if we're not ready to spend money, then it's going to be more of the same from Spurs, I'm afraid.
Fair point, man. Fair point. Very well said.
Fair point.
Great. And I think is, mate, now I've met you and I've subbed to you in a couple of weeks. Well, I'll tell you what, before the next couple of weeks' time, I'll get you come on the channel. I'll get Lee and Kenny up and we'll have a good old debate. And that'd be fun. I was just going to answer the assembled. He's asked me a question. When did I first started watching Arsenal? That was my first game was 1968 at home to Everton. I was up in the Upper West Stand with my granddad. That was the first game I was allowed to go to by my mum. That was my first ever game. And it was a 1-0 win. And John Radford scored the goal. Always remember it.
Yeah. Jez, what's your prediction for the Arsenal-Brentford game?
I'm going 2-1, man. 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal, right?
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. Then what do you give to, of course, Tottenham, that game against Leicester City with Tottenham Hotspur? Pause.
I'm going to
Leicester.
draw. I'm going to draw. I'm going to go.
Okay. So
After
beating Man City, you think they would draw to Leicester, right?
Yeah. But I'll tell you for why I'm saying that. I'll tell you for why I'm saying that. If Spurs could put a string of run together, I'd give them a win. But they can't. It's in, out, upside down, round the corner. Great result against Spurs. Against Man City. But Leicester at home are tricky. And so I'm going to go a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, go on, man.
In your next 3 games, you've got Brentford, City, and who's the third game?
Chelsea.
How many points do you realistically think you're going to get? Because
Big up, Jess.
Tony, and he did a Humpty Dumpty, sat on the wall and stayed on the wall.
I'm going 3 Brentford. I actually really fancy City. I do. I think the FA Cup game up at their stadium, we controlled it to a point, silly error, and we lost out. We hadn't. I'm still annoyed that Arteta didn't put the first string team out. He left us weak at the back.
He disrespected the FA Cup.
Sorry?
He disrespected the FA Cup.
Yeah, I mean, and I take that, DJ, as a personal insult. I grew up with the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I've been to 8 FA Cup finals, and I really, really find that an insult to me personally.
Yeah.
So I can't forgive him for that. I can't forgive him against last season, and I can't give him the season before. And I will not accept, and I could go on a rant on this, but I won't, out of respect. But I still will not accept that Arteta won that FA Cup. Yeah. It wasn't his team. We got lucky.
Thank you. Tony, did you hear that?
DG, I won't argue with you. Come on, I have a legend here. I won't talk. I'll just keep my mouth shut for now. I won't say anything, even if I want to say. I'll keep my mouth shut because
in history,
I have shit in the house. Maybe Prince Fuad has something to say.
Just finish what he asked me. I'm going to get 3. I'm saying 3 points from Brentford, 3 from Man City, and I'm going to go draw Chelsea.
Okay.
Prince Fuad, do you agree with Jazz's evaluation of those matches?
No, I think with Man City, I think we'll beat Man City in the Emirates. I think they know what they're coming up against.
Exactly, they're in for the taking, right? They're in for the taking.
They're there for the taking. I think Arsenal will be too strong for Man City in the Emirates, and we'll beat Brentford and we'll beat Villa away. But it comes down to that Man City and Villa game. It's like everyone's saying, "Oh, Man City, quick 3 points," but if Villa can get a draw up there, or maybe work a miracle, because Villa are a weird team. Villa are the type of team you think they're going to get battered, they always win. It's like when you played Man United, everyone felt, "Oh, Man United are going to batter them." They battered them 3-1. Villa's just a weird team, man. So I hope that Aston Villa turns up and then set it up for Wednesday night. I think Arsenal are going in Wednesday night confident. Because I'm not going to look too much into that Everton game because a lot of fans are looking into it. But before that Everton loss, look at that. We've been wiping teams with the floor. And we haven't just beat any teams.
True.
We beat Man United. We beat Tottenham twice. We beat Liverpool. We beat Brighton away. We beat Brighton away. We've beat Palace away. All the teams that battered us last season, we've battered. So I'm not going to look into it. I just take the L.
Spurs, home and away. We beat you this season.
Yeah, that's
all this chest you're having down there, sitting on your chair, like
but Tony, we don't have to go back to that. We're talking about the future now, isn't it?
You beat us home and away, but as Jez will know, it's not about the little win. What did you do with it? And if you guys do not win the league, given the amount of help that Spurs have given you this season, I'm not being funny, Jez, but we've given you 6 points because we didn't turn up in either game. And we've also beat your nearest and dearest in the Prem.
Yeah.
It would be fair to say, if you don't bring home the Premier League title, that this has been the biggest bottle job in recent year.
I'd go with that.
Yeah,
I'd go with that.
That's why.
We can agree.
That's
so
why
we'll just watch.
If I were you, Tony, and the Arsenal faithful, you best cheer your boys on to get it over the line. Because if you don't, me and my fellow Spurs fans will be lighting up the streams. I can assure you of that.
Great. See, on that note, we'll come to the end of this show. Yeah. See, thank you very, very much, Jess Collins, for coming to bless up this show. Of course, Deji Sports is the one hosting the show today. Of course, it's my brother and my very, very good friend personally. And of course, Prince Forward, thank you very, very much for coming and helping out, in the show. Big ups to you for, telling it as it is. Usually, Prince Forward, thank you very much. Everyone, let's shout out our channels, and of course, guys, thanks for helping me to go subscribe to Deji Sports channel. It's very, very key for me and very, very important for me that channel grows automatically. It's a very, very big one for me. So please, his Instagram, I think he has a TikTok channel too. Deji, you have a TikTok channel, right? And of course, it's YouTube. Very important because very soon he'll be starting some live streams down there. So please, guys, help me and go down there and subscribe. Very soon you'll be seeing most of my statuses will be carrying the Deji Sports banner. Is a Tottenham Hotspur fan, but I'll just do it because it's gonna be a shameful one, but I'll take that under the chin. See, we'll start from you, Prince Forward. Shout out your channel, and then we'll go to Jazz, and then Deji Sports. You can close the show for us while also telling us about your channel. Prince Forward.
You can find me on YouTube, Prince Forward TV, and on Instagram, Prince Forward. So that's my channel, Prince Forward TV.
Yeah, guys, please go to Prince Forward and subscribe to that channel. Great guy. You see what he does here. He loves our channel. We love him too. Big ups to you, Prince Forward. Jess.
Arsenal history and more on YouTube, and I don't do a lot on Instagram, to be fair. It's just collins.jez on Instagram. But the main thing is, one thing I want to say is, DJ, I've actually been looking for a proper Tottenham fan to actually get on the channel. Yeah. So I will get you on, man. I've watched you recently on this channel. I was watching you last night, and I've watched you a few other times, and you actually talk sense, unlike some Tottenham fans that I know. We won't always agree, but that's Arsenal Tottenham, man, and that's what I like. But one thing I want to say to you, my friend, is you actually can have a proper debate, and let's do a collab in the next couple of weeks.
100%, a pleasure. Thank you for that.
Deji Sports, of course, Jess is like a father to me also. As I started my show, I just reached out to him, and he said, hey man, you know what, I don't know you, but I'm gonna come to your show. That's how nice he was to me. So of course I have big respect for Jess Collins. We might not agree in so many things, but you know what, he's like a father to me, and I just love him, man. I love him. And Jess, please, thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for always trying to jump on my show most times. I know you don't do it on any other show. Sincerely, I know you don't do that. So thank you very, very much, Uncle Jess. Big respect to you. And Deji Sports, please, you have to go subscribe to this guy's channel, right? You have to subscribe to Jess' channel. He just did you a favor, Go down there, subscribe 100%. To his channel, follow him on Instagram, and get talking with him, to do your channel, great justice if you do that too. Deji Sports, close the show.
I'll add you to the group chat. We have we've got a Brentford guy in there, we've got a Newcastle guy, and then we'll get a Tottenham guy. That'd be a good chat.
I love for that. I appreciate that and looking forward to it. Big up everyone. It's been a great show tonight. Obviously, the gauntlet has been set. Some bold predictions coming from the Arsenal faithful. Let's hope Arsenal get it over the line. Not. So we'll see how you guys get on against Brentford. But, you know, there's Liquid Danger who I reckon will probably turn solid over the weekend when you guys only pick up a point against Brentford. But on that note, thank you all for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and we are out.
Yeah, we're out. Big ups.